The article under analysis goes under the headline 7 Myths of University Teaching, written by Paul Ashwin. In this article, the author ponders over the problem of commonly held misinterpretation in the sphere of teaching, and in this article he gets rid on these myths. The first misconception introduced by the author is that every successful lesson is an inspiring performance by a talented teacher. It is true that life-changing teaching depends on an outstanding and motivated teacher, but also it is a combination of properly arranged work of the whole academic staff. For example, teacher mentors, the head, and inspectors too. What is more, even though teaching standards are supposed to be non-changeable, every teacher struggles a problem of children's boredom, or not working teaching methods. Due to the changing world and development of technology, children are fond of their smartphones and computers, and it's really hard to motivate properly them with standard methods of motivation. In this case, an excellent professional has to look through many teaching resources in order to find a perfect and effective approach from which students can make progress. Furthermore, planning a lesson, a decent teacher takes into account the interests of the certain pupils group, but that shouldn't play the leading role in the process of studying. Many people also believe that using different methods of teaching results in different purposes of communication, rather than in types of learning. But I believe that Schroding, and the author believes that Schroding, the assessment plan, won't be successful for the process of learning. Students won't know what they are studying for and how their knowledge will be checked. It also may lead to a lack of motivation. One more point is in denying to take into account students' attitudes towards the teacher, but in fact we can learn many things about the success of the academic process from students' feedback. And last but not the least point is the misbelief of students' wish to get to the high-paid job as fast as possible, but actually many of students really want to outperform in the eyes of their teachers. As a conclusion, the author claims that these myths are meaningless and unhelpful, as they don't show an original picture of university teaching. The times have changed, and now being a modern teacher means a proper combination of constant self-education and development, mindful planning and replanning, usage and knowledge of many different effective and extraordinary methods of teaching, and also good preparedness for failures and difficulties. As for me, I do strongly agree with the author. I believe that a teacher shouldn't underestimate students' abilities and attitude, but at the same time, a student shouldn't underestimate the teacher's work and his or her feelings too. What is more significant, that teachers have to face many problems dealing with students' behavior, their lack of motivation, and sometimes weak discipline, and many paperwork, paper tests that they should check over and over. And anyway, a teacher sits days and nights trying to find the most exciting and extraordinary task for his or her students to make their time at university interesting. And I really appreciate it, and it's really great and hard work, but sometimes people forget that it's a work of two sides, teachers and students too. So both sides of this conflict should understand the work of each other, understand the abilities, and always take into account feelings, whether they agree with them or not.